Hey friends! Before we start the show, I wanted to quickly mention a way that you can get downloadable Eat Your Spanish worksheets and downloads of our Spanish learning songs while at the same time supporting our program. The answer is by joining our Patreon familia at www.patreon.com/eatyourspanish. For as little as $2 per month, you can receive bonus learning content specific to each episode. Plus, 100% of the money earned goes towards keeping our program on the air. I know we've said it before, but it's true. As independent artists, the success of our show remains in the hands of our supporters. So if you're having fun learning with us and want to support our work and receive additional learning material, please visit www.patreon.com/eatyourspanish or click on the link in every episode description. Thanks, amigos!
Hey friends! Before we start the show, we want to give a quick shout out to a few members of our Patreon family.
That's right! We want to send out a big hola to our amiga Zora all the way from East Point, Georgia. Hola, Zora! We're so happy to know that you're such an active listener of Eat Your Spanish. We heard you love to sing the theme song and that you listen to the podcast sometimes in the car and sometimes in el baño during bath time. Also, we think it's so neat that your mama has family that's from Puerto Rico. Did you know that they speak lots of Spanish in Puerto Rico? Maybe someday you'll get the chance to visit there and speak Spanish. That would be so much fun. Thanks again for being such a wonderful listener.
We also want to give a shout out to our amigos Thomas, Joshua, and Samuel from Lacey, Washington. Hola, amigos! You all live in the state right above where we live. It's been so wonderful living out on the West Coast, and I've heard Washington is a super beautiful place to live. Have you all ever been to Olympic National Park? Apparently, it's home to a real rainforest. Can you believe it? I thought rainforests only exist in other countries, but the US has one too, and it's in Washington. Well, amigos, I hope you all are having a fun time listening to our show, and thank you for being such great listeners.
Last but not least, we want to say hola to our amigos Logan and Owen, their mama Evelyn, their papa Chad, and their perros, Molly and Pickle. Hola, amigos! Your perros have such great names, but there's one name that really stands out to me. Can you guess which one I'm thinking of?
Is it Pickle?
Yeah, that's right, Evan. That's the one. I wonder how you all came up with the name Pickle for a perro. Maybe Pickle is a green dog? Seems like a long shot. Maybe Pickle has a salty personality? Could be. Or maybe Pickle is long and round like a pickle. Well, those are my 3 guesses. And if you all ever feel like sending us over an email with a picture of Pickle and how you named him or her, we'd love to know. Thank you all for being such special supporters and listeners of our show.
And thanks again to all of our Patreon familia for all of your love and support. We couldn't do this without you. To find out more about joining, you can visit us at patreon.com/eatyourspanish or click on the link in the episode description. Now on with the show. Hello, friends.
Hola, amigos.
How are you?
¿Cómo están?
I'm so happy
Estoy feliz
to be with you.
a estar contigo.
Are you hungry
Tienen hambre
to sing and play?
a cantar y jugar.
'Cause on our menu
Porque en el menú
is Spanish today. Everybody sing.
Eat your Spanish, eat your Spanish, eat your Spanish with us today.
Did you say spinach? No, I said Spanish. Okay.
Eat your Spanish with us today. Eat your Spanish!
With Evan
and Vanessa. Hola, amigos.
Hello, friends. Me llamo Evan. My name's Evan.
Y yo me llamo Vanessa, and my name's Vanessa. Welcome to a magical review episode of Eat Your Spanish.
Today, we'll be reviewing those magical words that we learned last lesson, and then we've got a fun game to play with you.
Then at the very end of the episode, we've got one special listener who is going to ask us a very special question about how to say a word or phrase in Spanish. But first, it's time for a little review of our words from last week.
I hope you're ready to have some fun. Here we go.
Spanish review time!
All right, now it's time to take a look back at our lesson from last week. Evan, rewind the tape.
So, Vanessa, how do we say mermaid, unicorn, dragon, and fairy in Spanish?
Great question, Evan. To say mermaid, we say sirena. To say unicorn, we say unicornio. To say dragon, we say dragón. And to say fairy, we say hada. Some of these may be a little familiar to our longtime listeners, but repetition is always a good thing when it comes to learning a new language. So now that we've heard the Spanish words, let's practice saying each one, starting with dragon or dragón. So repeat after me, amigos. Dragón,
Dragon,
dragón.
dragon.
Muy bien, amigos. Now we're ready to practice the word for mermaid, which in Spanish is sirena. So repeat after me. Sirena,
Sirena,
sirena.
sirena.
Wow, great practicing, amigos. Did you hear that one, Maya? Excelente. All right, amigos. Dos down, dos more to go. Next, we have fairy or hada in Spanish. So repeat after me. Hada,
Hada,
hada.
hada.
Excelente, amigos. And now for our last mythical creature, we have a familiar one, unicorn or unicornio in Spanish. Are you ready, amigos? How about you, Jamie? You ready for this one? Okay, repeat after me. Unicornio,
Unicornio,
unicornio.
unicornio.
Muy bien, amigos. That was pure mágica or magic. Now I hope you're ready to have some fun because it's time to play a very special Spanish game.
Spanish game time!
Now that we reviewed the name for each of our magical amigos, it's time for a fun game. Let's see if we can guess who's knocking at the door by connecting the sound they make with their Spanish name. First, we'll hear a knock at the door. Then we'll hear that creature's magical sound. And then you'll have a chance to guess if you think it's a dragón, a sirena, an hada, or an unicornio.
Here's the sound we'll hear for a fairy or hada. Next, let's listen to what a dragon or dragón will sound like. Whoa, that was intense. And now, for sirena, we'll hear this dreamy song with these ocean waves. And then for unicornio, or unicorn, we'll hear this special sound.
Wow, those were all such powerful and enchanting sounds. I wonder who will be at the door first.
Oh, it's time to find out. Hola, who's there? Wow, amigos, what a powerful sound. It must be a big creature. And wow, there's a rainbow shining through the window. Do you think that there's an hada, a dragón, a sirena, or an unicornio at the door?
Time's up, amigos. What's your guess? If you said unicornio, muy bien. It's a unicorn. Great job, friends.
Yeah, muy bien, amigos. I wonder who our next visitor will be. Hola, who is it? Wow, amigos, another big sound. Must be another big creature. I actually just saw a flash of fire or fuego through the window right before this amigo knocked. Do you all think this is an hada, a sirena, an unicornio, or a dragón?
Time's up, amigos. What's your guess? If you said dragón, muy bien. It was a fire-breathing dragon. All right, time for round numero tres. I wonder who will be at the door this time.
Hola, who's there?
Wow, that song is so beautiful. It makes me want to go for a swim in the ocean. I can almost see the rainbow-colored fish and coral in front of me. It's all so beautiful.
Yeah, it really is a beautiful song. Amigos, do you think there's a dragón, an unicornio, an hada, or a sirena at the door?
Time's up, amigos. What's your guess? If you said sirena, muy bien. That was the beautiful ocean song of a mermaid.
Muy bien, amigos. Only one more guess to go. Let's see who's at the door. Hola, who's there? Oh wow, that's such a gentle and soft sound. I feel like this creature must be small. I wonder if they could even fit inside of a flower. Ready to guess, amigos? Is this the sound of a dragón, a sirena, an unicornio, or an hada?
Okay, time's up. What's your guess? If you said hada, perfecto. It's a fairy. Oh wow, amigos. It looks like all of our mythical creature amigos are waiting outside together. Do you think we should open the door and let them in? Okay, on the count of tres. Uno, dos, tres. Hola, amigos. Whoa! Wow, this casa is filled with magic. I can't believe my eyes. Is this a dream?
Whoa, maybe, but that would mean I'm dreaming the same dream as you. Wow, this is so magical. Amigos, close your eyes, listen, and maybe you'll see all of our amigos in your imaginations. Let's try it on tres. Uno, dos, tres. Wow, amigos, did you see our magical friends in your imaginations?
Maybe you all can draw a picture of them and send it in to us. We sure love to see beautiful imagination pictures that your special minds make. One of the neatest things about imaginations is that everyone's imagination is so special and different. I think it's pretty awesome that everyone out there listening is seeing imagination pictures in their minds, but that each one probably looks different from the next.
Yeah, that is pretty amazing, Evan. We are all able to have a special connection, but we get to do it in our very own special way. I sure love sharing imagination time with all of you, amigos.
Yeah, me too. Using my imagination is one of my favorite things to do. Well, amigos, now that we're done with our game, this can only mean one thing. It's time to hear from one of our very special listeners. Vanessa, who is this week's special listener?
Actually, we have two special listeners who are hermanos or brothers. This week's special listeners are Joshua and Thomas. Hey, it's our amigos from the shout out earlier in this episode. It's a 2-in-1 episode for you all. How lucky. So Joshua and Thomas, what are your questions?
And I know how to say shark in Spanish. Bye, adios. Hello, my name is Thomas, and I'd like to know how to say sea turtle in Spanish. Hola, adios.
Hola, Joshua and Thomas. Those are such great questions. Both of those animales live in el océano, or in the ocean, just like our amiga the sirena, or mermaid. I wonder if any of our amigos listening live near el océano, or the ocean. Evan and I used to live in Kentucky, which is really far away from the ocean. But now we live in Oregon, and we can drive to the ocean in about 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're so lucky to hear the ocean waves and to see the beautiful sand and sand dunes. I don't think we've ever seen any sharks in the ocean out here, but when we were in Florida a while ago visiting Mi Familia, we found lots of shark teeth on the beach. Also, we did see a baby sea turtle once and its mama too when we were on a trip in Mexico.
Oh yeah, that was so special. The little sea turtle came right up to us. That was one of my favorite moments of my whole life so far.
Yeah, me too. They're such peaceful and curious animals. It feels like being with a friend when you're near them. So, Vanessa, how do you say shark and sea turtle in Spanish?
Oh yeah, shark in Spanish is tiburón. So repeat after me, amigos. Tiburón.
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 Muy bien, amigos. And now to say sea turtle, you would say tortuga marina. So repeat after me. Tortuga marina.
Tortuga marina.
Tortuga marina.
Tortuga marina.
Perfecto, amigos. Great work.
Yeah, great job, friends. And thanks again to Joshua and Thomas for asking such great questions. We love thinking about animales and all of our special memories with them.
Yeah, thanks, Joshua and Thomas. Do any of you amigos listening have any special memories with animales? We would love to hear about them. You can always write to us at eatyourspanishpodcast.com if you feel like sharing your stories with us.
If any of you listeners out there ever want us to answer one of your questions, just visit us on eatyourspanishpodcast.com and you can send us in your question. And if you record your question on one of your parents' phones and send it to us, then you can have the chance of hearing your own voice on one of our podcasts.
Aw man, that sound means it's almost time to go. It was so much fun being with you all today, and we'll be back really soon for more Spanish fun.
All that's left now is to sing the goodbye song. We hope you all sing along with us.
Adiós, mi buen amigo.
Goodbye, my good friend.
Hasta luego.
See you later.
See you later, my good friend.
Adios, amigos. Goodbye, friends.
Hasta luego. See you later. Thanks for listening to the Eat Your Spanish podcast. You can support our podcast by visiting patreon.com/eatyourspanish or by subscribing to it and leaving a review on iTunes. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at eatyourspanishpodcast.com. Thanks for listening. Adios!